चिरी गर्छ आछु भयो कस्तो हावा लागेछ चिसो छैन आछु भयो कस्तो हावा लागेछ कस्तो हावा लागेछ चिसो हावा है यस्तो मजा घाम लाग्छ तर हावा चाहिँ लास्टै चिसो के टिपेको बाबु तिमीले के टिपेको के टिपेको भन हामी जाने इन्टरनेसनलमा हो कि हामी अमेरिका गएर आउने हो ल आज चाहिँ हामी अमेरिका पनि जाने भयो यही फेरीमा यो फेरीमा कि त्यो फेरीमा हामी आज अमेरिका जाने महँगो होला नि यहाँ त लस लाबिनी र अबि अबि कहाँ भागेको यता 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 रेड रक ए हामी अहिले रेड रक भन्ने ठाउँमा आएको पुरै रेड छ कि रकहरू कति क्लियर है पानी कति क्लियर के तल खोलामा यो ठाउँ चाहिँ यो अमेरिकाबाट नजिक पर्छ कस्तो हावा लागेछ कति चिसो हावा लागेछ सबैजना जानुभयो तल बाटो चाहिँ यस्तो छ कि लडिन्छ क्या डर लाग्यो मलाई त पछि जानु पर्ला म चाहिँ कति सफा पानी हो के बिस्तारै बिस्तारै जाँदैछु बाबु छ काखमा love it. कोसिस गर्छु आउने सक्छु होला यताबाट चिप्लो रहन्छ धन्ने चिप्लो होला भन्दै मैले यो चाहिँ माथि कपर माइनिङ रहेछ त्यही भएर चाहिँ यस्तो रेड भएको रहेछ कि सबै यो रकहरू चाहिँ माथि छ अरे कपर माइनिङ खै त बहिनी अब चाहिँ हामी यो ठाउँ घुमेर भ्यायौँ अनि अब चाहिँ हामी जान्छौँ फेरि चढ्न वाटरटन लेकमा अनि त्यहाँबाट फेरि चढेर युएसए जान्छौँ 4 बजेको टिकट छ बल्ल 2:30 भएछ अब कतै नास्ता खाएर जाने होला ल अब युएसए गएर भेटौँ है त Lovin यार दे Lovin कहाँ चढेको हामी शिप भन न What's that sound? Hey Chana
This is your brain. Well, that helps for sure. You use your head, yeah. What about looking due south into Glacier National Park onto the right-hand side? Montana, USA, 4 miles from here to the international border. Piloting the Miss Waterton, Michael here at the helm. Born on the boat. I can attest to that because I've been here longer than he's been alive. My name's Steve. And in the back we have Matthew. They're on their radios right now because we just discovered our lost life jacket in a tree. And it just blew off the boat yesterday. You see how the big jacket? Someone put it in a tree for us. Like that. Anyway, my name is Steve. I'm local from the area. Locals, so you get a local's perspective. And that's what we like to give you as you come out with us. We do provide a commentary. Try to talk about the area, tell you a few things, keep everybody interested. Feel free to ask questions and we'll elaborate. Now you guys sitting in the back in the corners, how you doing? You having a good time? Right. That spray is complimentary. Do about it. Mike has to hit every single wave. I don't know what's up with that. Some of them will splash over the back, so apologize in advance. And try to keep that bow straight into the waves and try and...
Look.
Start out talking about the lake. It's called Upper Waterton Lake. It's the largest, the deepest, and definitely the most scenic in a chain of 3 lakes that form the Waterton Lakes chain, just over your left shoulder. Through that narrow section marked through the Bosphorus Narrows. A hop, skip, and a jump off the shoreline. In most locations, you will be swimming. You'll be over your head in water. And you'll be cold. As you can imagine, we're close to the Continental Divide, the source of the water on the continent. So this water comes right off of glaciers and snowfields. The warmest it gets is maybe in the upper 50s in Fahrenheit, maybe 14, 15 degrees Celsius. certainly not the kind of lake you would jump in and go back. And consider that that fire came right out of that valley where you see the road going up to Cameron Lake. You see the guardrail there. That's where it came from. With the 80k winds behind it, the town site should have and would have burned like a matchstick had it not been for the efforts of the firefighters, the brave souls that stayed behind after the mandatory evacuation to protect our homes. And what a great job they did. But they did have time, and they had the foresight to set up pumps, bring in large diesel pumps and set them up along that shoreline where you see the people in the corner of the bay. From there they ran hoses and high pressure sprinklers and soaked the forest just behind town for several days before that fire approached, in anticipation and in preparation. What a great idea to create what they call a wet buffer to stop that fire in its tracks before it tore through the town site, as again it would have done without a question of a doubt. Through that effort, we didn't lose even one building in the town site. Yeah, remarkable. Jasper last summer, not so lucky. They didn't have as much time to prepare, and the same situation as we had with this big lake. To the north side, the old visitor center was burnt down, but it was scheduled for destruction the following year anyway, so I think they turned a blind eye. We have the new visitor center now in town. The golf course lost their shop and was full of all their lawn care equipment and golf cart. So a big pile of plastic and metal when they came back. Wilderness like this at their spirit limits. It's a great thing to do. Ask people in the backcountry, they'll say hello, you'll strike up conversations with complete strangers. Try that in the checkout at Costco. Not in such a good mood, right? Good to be here. Good to see you guys. What a beautiful place. Again, I mentioned a gem, a jewel of the Canadian Rockies. Different kind of scenery than you're used to, probably as you travel through the Canadian Rocky Mountains, or even the American Rockies. Vertical north faces ahead of us, sloping southern sides to these mountains. U-shaped valleys and features like the Citadel Peaks tell a story of glaciation. It's the most outstanding because of its red color. You drive up to Red Rock Canyon, be right amongst that layer. Intermittent layers of red and green rock. The green rock has the same content of iron, only about 3%. It was laid down at times of little or no oxygen, and therefore did not rust. This road or form of civilization in Montana, 32 miles, 50 kilometers, hiking trail only, through the highest density of free-roaming grizzlies in the lower 48 states. So if you were thinking of smuggling something through here, you got big guard dogs back there. 3-day walk for most people to access any form of civilization through that wilderness. That should give you a warm feeling when you look at that, because this is how Mother Nature intended it to look. Humans never showed up. What are national parks? And we're protecting this place from us, for capitalism, commercialization, which occurred in some of the national parks, some of the earlier ones, like Banff, not too bad, Mount Banff, beautiful place. It's right on the Trans-Canada Highway that runs up the side of Mount Boswell. 40-foot wide.
USA ko border त्यो हैन
That's the border. How many of you knew the trees don't grow on the
USA
border?
ko border
Natural phenomenon. Of course, I'm joking. Did you know we cut them down all the way from the coast through to the prairies? This one's due. Probably the next couple of years we'll come through and cut these trees by hand. Before it's too late, check out off to the right. We'll be over there on the way back, so check out the right side here. We will pivot around so everybody gets the shoreline side, so we'll spin the boat around. 2 markers. You have them lined up. That's a surveyor's view of 49 degrees north latitude, 49 degrees north of the equator. Once you've crossed over those markers, you are officially in Montana. I'm standing right on the border. Yes, if you're hiking across this borderline, you have to clear a form of customs through an app on your device called the Roam app, CPD Roam. You take a picture of your passport, you send it, and they send you permission or not. There's no service here to do that. You got to do that one. Yeah, you make sure you do that before you leave, for sure. Well, things have changed. I grew up here. Anyone from anywhere could take our boat down and get off and go for a hike. After 9/11, everything changed. They were talking about letting this line grow back in through the national park because it's not natural. In the 1930s, took a look at this area, which prior to that was being managed as 2 separate ecosystems. Montana called Pole Bridge. Anybody been to Pole Bridge? No, exactly. Right? That's excellent. I've never been. I've never made it that far. But apparently they have a bakery. Yeah, a bakery with the bear claws. I've heard all about that. They have a tavern and a restaurant. 3 things you'd love to see after a 30-mile hike from here. And then a gravel road leading out. And you can go to the east behind the 2 peaks that look like the dorsal fins on a shark's back, Stony Indian Peaks. Over Stony Indian Pass through Mokawanas on the foot of Glens Lake to the Chief Mountain Customs Outpost, 30 miles to there too. So anyway you slice it, it's an overnight trip. Unless you're in great shape, and you do what they call the dash, where they'll do that hike to the Logan Pass in 1 day. Jog. Not me, I like to look around. This is as far south as we'll go. Cross over, giving you again that broadside view. A view that I've never gotten sick of. How would you? The highest mountain in the International Peace Park. Traces of snow along the horizontal lines there, the north base of Mount Cleveland. It's 10,466 feet at its summit. That's the highest mountain. 6 peaks that exceed 10,000. On the car ride home, he said, you ruined those cruises by talking too much. 18 years of marriage, that's what you get in this. You guys married? How many married people on board? You put up your hand. Leave them up just for a minute. Who's been married more than 18 years? Leave your hand up. More than 20? More than 30? More than 40? You're still standing up. More than 40 years, couple, eh? More than 50? 2 more. Still open, Mike? It is. And yesterday there was nothing but cars up there in the parking lot, so I assume they're still open. It is one of the earliest businesses to close here in the park. But Mike says they're still open, so you guys been up there? Anybody staying there? Oh, you guys staying up there? Perfect. What room? Don't tell me. Come for a champagne on your balcony.